Hello, welcome to another video. I'm starting a little weekend home diaries video. We're basically staying home the entire weekend. I don't think we have any plans other than my parents are coming by in the morning just to see our garden progress, which I of course will also show you guys. Not too many updates from last video, but I do think I want to harvest some of the potatoes. We have a couple pots of potato plants, hey Ramsey, that I want to harvest just to see what those are looking like before we harvest our really big bed. And then I also want to start conceptualizing and actually designing our kitchen remodel because we've made some really big decisions about what we're gonna do with the remodeling of this house that are gonna entail basically an entire home remodel. I will give you guys some updates on that. Hopefully you all think that we're not crazy because I think we might be a little bit crazy, but it is Friday night right now. I just got home from work and from the grocery store, as I do every Friday, and I need to unload groceries, clean up the kitchen a little bit, clean up the entire house. My levain is currently ready to go, so I need to mix this up and do all of my stretch and folds tonight so that I can shape the loaves and bake them tomorrow. And then we'll see what other fun home things we get up to this weekend. Sourdough is prepped and ready to go. She's got to sit for 45 minutes before I do my first stretch and fold. I'm cooking pizza tonight, so I'm gonna whip up some pizza dough real quick. Then we also have started putting like turkey on our pizza, which might sound weird, but I kind of spice it so it tastes like sausage. And it's really good and it adds protein to our pizza because I feel like every time we would eat pizza, I would just feel like crap because it was like all this carbs, all this fat, and no protein. Adding turkey to it has made it a little bit more of a balanced meal, which is great because we love our pizza, but I just wanted to be a little more balanced while we're eating it. That was the last stretch and fold for the evening, so now I'll just put a damp cloth over the top of the bowl, let it rest until I wake up tomorrow morning. I ideally like to have it ferment for like, I don't know, 10 to 12 hours. Should have doubled in size at that point, and then I shape it into loaves. And I will show you guys in the morning what it looks like because it will very much expand from where it is right now. If you haven't tried sourdough, I highly recommend it. I've like done a lot of other baking in the past few months, and for me, sourdough just, it turns out like I just follow the instructions and it just turns out every single time. Whereas I feel like a lot of other recipes, I need to add more flour or the kneading takes forever. With this, I just do stretch and folds. I don't have to worry about kneading it. If you're scared to start sourdough, I just try it. I'll have my recipe linked in the description. It's the one that Allison Bickerstaff uses. I promise it's not as intimidating as it seems. You just follow the steps. Pretty simple. But I'm gonna cozy up in the office and get some editing done for the rest of the evening, and then we'll see what happens tomorrow. Out there. I'm gonna pick a pepper.
Pick a pack of pickled peppers.
It is the next morning and she has more than doubled in size. This does make 2 loaves, so if this seems like an excessive amount, that's because it makes 2. Just picked a jalapeno from the garden, and I'm gonna put some pepper jack cheese in it as well. And I normally make 2 of those loaves. We actually have an extra loaf in our refrigerator right now, so I'm probably gonna give that to my parents because we're not eating it fast enough. Also, for reference, it is 7:56 right now, and I finished my last stretch and fold at like 8:15-ish. So it's been about 12 hours. I don't stress out too much about making sure that it looks like it is fermented the perfect amount because I honestly have no idea how to tell, and it normally turns out pretty good. This morning, and then we had the most magical little thunderstorm, and there's a little gap in it right now, so we're taking this as an opportunity to fertilize everything, and this is the fertilizer that I've been using on the garden. It's organic, so I'm gonna spread this around. I actually just got this on sale at Lowe's, so don't quote me on this being the best, but I don't know, I feel like my garden's doing pretty well, so I'm gonna take this moment between storms to fertilize, and then it will probably rain quite a bit more today because we're supposed to get thunderstorms pretty much all day today. It's been the coziest morning. Made some coffee earlier, just sat and enjoyed the storm for a little bit, and I feel like it's gonna be a super cozy day today. Like 5 o'clock now, and I just spent the last 4 hours sitting at my computer designing our new kitchen. So like I said, we have made some like big decisions as far as what we're doing with the remodel of this that will involve turning Brandon's office into a bathroom, turning the current bathroom that's in the hallway into the laundry room that has access to the utility room that is currently in this corner right here, and then walling that off, getting rid of that access to that so that we can make kind of a U-shaped kitchen here, add a window over here on this wall, and then make this into like a little built-in dining area with a window where those shelves are right now. And I just spent forever designing that, and my battery's about to die, so 1 second. And I think I have a plan that is actually going to work, so I'm super excited. I will show you guys in a little bit, but it's 5 o'clock right now. I was supposed to make a pot pie tonight, but I think I'm gonna push that to tomorrow because it takes an hour to chill the dough in the fridge, and I don't have time for that right now. I'm hungry now. So we're gonna have burgers on some of the homemade buns that I've been making. I made a batch of those last weekend, and I have some in the fridge that we can use. And I think we'll have corn with jalapenos in it. That's what our whiteboard says that we're gonna have. So that's the plan. I'm gonna make some burgers. I am so excited to show you guys the kitchen. It turned out so nice. I did it on cabinets.com, and I just sent out to get a quote. I do not want to know what the quote is going to be. I'm a little terrified about it, but I'm very excited. It's gonna look so good in here. Okay, as promised, I wanted to show you guys the design that I came up with for the kitchen. So I'm gonna start a screen recording. Like I said, we would be getting rid of the door over there in the corner and essentially just putting cabinets over there. The sink would actually go in the corner. Originally, I really wanted the sink to be right underneath the window that we're gonna add on that wall, with wanting to put a dishwasher in as well. It's just, it would not fit. I could not figure out a way for it to fit that would make sense unless we put the dishwasher all the way on the other side of the kitchen, which just doesn't work to have your sink and your dishwasher so far apart. So ended up putting that in the corner instead with the dishwasher next to it. And then we have the oven and range hood that's getting moved to the middle of the kitchen here. And then in the corner where the sink is, I don't have anything there right now because unfortunately cabinets.com doesn't have the option to put in open floating shelves, and that's what I want to put in that corner. Over here I also want to put a shelf. I'll put the inspo picture that I found on Pinterest. So this is different than the fridge that we have right now. That is a counter depth fridge. The one we have now is not. It is way too big for the space. I don't know why they got a fridge that was that big. And then we did actually have enough room to put in a 24-inch pantry as well. And then this is the opening we have. And then over on this side, we probably won't actually buy these cabinets from cabinets.com. I don't even know if we're getting our cabinets from cabinets.com anyway. Haven't gotten a quote. We'll see how expensive it is. But I do want to put in built-in seating all through here with a nice table. So that is the design. I'm kind of obsessed with it. This is not going to be a project that's going to happen overnight because, again, we do have to completely flip the entrance to the utility room. We have to change the bathroom into a laundry room, and at very least before we do the kitchen, we have to redo our little half bathroom situation that's going on in our bedroom so we can actually have a functioning bathroom before we start on this whole project and get rid of the bathroom that will become the laundry room. I finally feel like we kind of have a vision for what we want in this house, whereas for the past year that we've lived here, I feel like we just didn't really know what to do, so we didn't really know what to start on. Obviously, we've done the floors, we've painted, we've done a ton of work outside, but for the most part, we've been at a standstill for a good bit because we just weren't sure what we were doing.
You're right, I should shut my mouth. Read a sourdough.
Yeah, what the heck, man? Good morning, or should I say afternoon. It is 12:08. I just spent the entire morning finishing up a YouTube video. I was having so many technical difficulties with it. Adobe kept like crashing and it was a whole annoying thing, and then I had to make a thumbnail. Now I'm outside. It's actually incredibly hot and humid right now. Like the most hot and humid it's been the entire summer. The cicadas are doing their thing right now, and my garden is so happy because it's been raining for days. But we are up here to harvest some potatoes. So this is one of our potato pots that I want to harvest today. They've been in since early spring, and the leaves are starting to look a little, I don't know, crusty and old right now. So I think that means they need harvested. Also, I'm starting to see some growth on the potatoes, so that definitely means they need harvested. Hopefully I didn't wait too long. Just wanted to lay a tarp out, that way I can just dump the entire pot, that was my phone, onto the tarp, and then I won't like lose any of the dirt, and I can just throw it back in the pot probably, and then at some point when I need some dirt, I can use that. Not the most insane harvest, but we'll see what the other ones look like. Okay, we had 2. This one's a little funny shaped, but this one looks great. I originally wasn't gonna harvest any from the big bed, but I think I just want to do this one in the corner because it has a really, really big potato on it, and I want to see what else is under there. And then I'm honestly not sure when to harvest the other ones. Maybe I should do more research. I don't know. It said when they start drying out, and some of them are kind of dry, some of them are not, so I'm not really sure what to do about that, but I'm gonna try to harvest this one and see what comes out. Okay, here is the official potato haul of 2025. I feel pretty good about this. I think we only planted, it was either 9 or 12 potato plants, plus the ones that we had in the pots. Gonna be honest, the ones in the pots did not produce super well, but these produced amazingly. So, probably just gonna stick with beds next time and plant something else in the pots, like strawberries, because those actually did pretty well in there. Okay, now that I have the potatoes out of this bed, I have devised a little plan for the rest of the season. We're gonna do a row of carrots, a row of lettuce, a row of lettuce, and then a row of sweet peas. In this bed, all of those should have a maturity date of about like 40 to 45 days, and that is approximately how long we have until the first frost date for where I live. Hopefully all of this will come to fruition. Some of it actually has a maturity date of less than that, like 30 days. So I'm hoping we can get some more out of this bed. And then I do also have some spinach seeds that I'm going to go ahead and put in this pot because it does say that it is container friendly and I need a 12-inch pot, and this is actually bigger than that, so should be perfect. I supposedly can put 7 plants in here, and this actually matures within 40 to 48 days, so we should be able to have this much before the first frost, which is nice. Back inside now. I took a moment to just recover from being out in the heat because holy heck, I was sweating like no tomorrow out there. I need to actually prep our dinner tonight, so I'm making a chicken pot pie and I'm home making the crust, so I need to prep the crust so it can sit in the fridge for at least an hour. It'll sit in there for longer than that because it's only 2 right now, but I just want to get it done so I can be sure that it's done because I waited too long last night and then we needed food. And that's why we didn't have it. Gonna get that prepped, and then I also need to deal some like meal prep stuff for the week, like prepping some meat for Brandon and I. And Ramsey thinks it's supper time, don't you? Yes, it's not. It's only 2. Crust is in the refrigerator, and I also prepped some meat for the week, but I wanted to come into my office to store these potatoes because my closet in here has kind of been the cool, dry place to store things. As you can see, I have some herbs drying in here, but I'm gonna go ahead and lay out all of the potatoes. I'm not gonna wash them yet because the internet said that if I wash them, they could rot because of the water. I just laid some bags down here in the ground and I'm just gonna spread them out. That way they're not like sitting on top of each other, just in case there is one that does potentially have a little too much moisture in it.
Wait, get out of here.
Oh boy.
All showered and cozied up for the night. That felt amazing after being out in the heat and sweating so much, but I just ran out to the garden to grab some herbs for the pot pie. I just grabbed basil, thyme, and oregano. The recipe only called for thyme, but threw the other ones in there because I think they'll be yummy. Thyme smells so freaking good. I honestly didn't know what we would use thyme for when I put it in the garden, but it's been amazing. And pot pies with potatoes. Probably gonna be using it a lot with the potatoes that we got from the garden today. Ramsey thinks he didn't give that enough supper, but he did. But it is 5:16 right now, and I need to start whipping up the pot pie because it needs to bake in the oven for I think like 20 or 30 minutes or whatever. I love making pie crust. I feel like I need to get more into making pie because making pie crust is just so fun. Though when I think about how much butter is in it, I understand why it's so delicious. Yeah, I'm hoping this turns out better than last time I made it. Last time I made it, the crust just was really hard to work with and didn't turn out super well. The first time I made it though, it was amazing. So hoping it works out well today. I'm excited for a cozy evening. I'm not done with chores yet though. I still have to fold laundry. Hoping to get that done while the pot pie is in the oven.